Hey guys, Steve Keller here. There's a way to get a whole whack of cheap impressions to your capture page that a lot of people don't know about or may have heard about it, are a little confused or a little scared to use it. And what I'm going to show you in this video is exactly how it's done, how to set it up, and how to track for your success. So keep watching this video. When you're done, head over to ppvboss.com/URL-tool to get this simple tool that I created that will help you find a whole bunch of secret, I'll call them secret URLs that other marketers may not know about, and it will help you get more leads at a lesser cost. So again, that's ppvboss.com/URL-tool. So watch the video. Get a pen and paper, take some notes. It's going to be a bit of a technical video, and feel free to pose any questions you may have, and we'll see you later.
Okay, so here we go. We're going to set up a run of network campaign in 50onRed, and there's a few components that we need to use as part of setting this all up. So I have my capture page here created, and what I'm using a company called Elite Marketing Pro, their capture page that I'm going to be sending traffic to. But you could be using Lead Pages or Optimized Press or ClickFunnels or whatever you choose. The principles are the same no matter what capture page system that you're using. For this example for today, I'm simply using Elite Marketing Pro. So this is the capture page I'll be sending traffic to. It is in the money-making niche, and that's okay. You can use whatever sort of niche or traffic or capture page you want to use. Of course, I have my 50onRed account. I have it open here, and I'm going to start a new campaign there. This is my capture page creator, and so I have already made one, and we're going to modify that as we need it. I have often my little notepad nearby because I can copy and paste lines of script that I might be using into there so they're easily accessible and I don't have to go back and forth too much. And finally, to make it all work with a run of network campaign, you need a tracking system. Without a tracking system, you won't know where your conversions on what websites they happen. With a run of network in 50onRed, what it does is it pops up your capture page on any and every website for any user within the 50onRed system. There's no specific website. You're not targeting specific URLs when you use a run of network campaign. And so the reason that it's quite cheap, you can get, in this example as we set it up, you'll see it's 1 cent per impression, is because you're not targeting specific websites. They show it to everybody. So there will be a couple keys to make it a little bit more efficient later on, but a lot of it is testing it first, and what you'll find is you'll get some websites where you may be surprised that you're getting conversions there because they're not necessarily URLs that you would think would be applicable to your niche. But anyways, we'll get into that. So that's basically the description of a run of network. So the tracking system I'm using is a website called TrackingDesk.com. It's similar to, you may be familiar with CPV Lab or Prosper 202. This is another one. It's free right now, and it actually works quite well. I've been using it a little bit, just testing, getting into this, and it's working. No complaints as far as I am in my skill level with them. So it's just TrackingDesk.com. I'm gonna sign in, and then we'll get started here. Okay, so we're now in TrackingDesk, into their dashboard, and we're going to create a campaign there. Won't worry about that right now. First thing we're going to do is create our campaign in 50onRed. So I'm going to simply call this an you can use, again, any product. I'm just going to call my campaign name EMP example. I'll go RON. Going to start it today. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone out there. Doesn't matter, I'm going to end it in a couple days. Time zone, I like to put this in there. You want to, well, we'll get into it. It's important to have time zones so you know what hours or when your capture pages are showing. Status, I'm going to pause it right now. The thing with a run on network is it happens really quick. So if your budget is $5 or $10 for the day, $5, it'll go through that in literally a couple minutes. Now, if you start to have a lot of negative targets, it will take a little bit longer. But if you just leave it by default, $5, it'll go through a couple minutes. $10, it's pretty much $1 a minute that it will go through your budget. And so I'm going to pause it right now so that I don't spend any money on it. Okay, rating is general. Yes, I'm going to target simply the United States right now. Any OS. Here, my default cost per view, I'm going to do 1 cent. That is the minimum for the United States. They'll show you your smart bid higher, but really you get so much traffic so quickly that 1 cent is enough. So basically you're getting, for $5 you get 500 impressions. We are going to limit our budget each day. I'm going to just limit to $5 for now. Doesn't matter, you can do 10, 50, 100, whatever you want. I mean, sky's the limit. If you get a campaign that's converting and profitable, if you put in $1 and you get $1.50 back, well, scale it up as high as you can. Put in $100 a day, because if you're going to be making 150, that's $50 profit. So, or $1,000 a day for that matter. Once you find a campaign that's profitable enough. So my total budget, again, here doesn't matter, $50. Day parting here, this is where I want to set up a custom schedule because it happens so quick when you do run of network. If you choose all the time, as soon as a new day starts at midnight, it'll go through your budget. And so you get all these night owls that are on the internet seeing your ads, which there you got to think a little bit, what is your campaign, what is your niche, who are you targeting, and kind of what time of day do you want to be targeting them. So I don't necessarily want to be targeting people at midnight. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take everything off. And I've tried different times of day to see if you have different people, but realistic times, like say, at the top here, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, days of the week. You might say Sunday, let's go 9 a.m. You only need to pick one because it's going to go through it in a couple minutes. Even this is Monday, 10 a.m. Let's try Tuesday at 12 noon. Let's try Wednesday at 3 in the afternoon. Thursday, let's try dinner time. Friday, let's try in the evening. And Saturday, let's go. Let's go Saturday at Saturday morning. And done. Frequency cap, we want to hit that. We're going to do kind of the default is 1 for every 24 hours. You don't want the same person seeing your capture page continuously because it'll be pretty pointless. So once every 24 or every 48 hours. Conversion pixel, you could put in a number here. This would come in handy if you're running CPA offers, like where you get paid for each lead that you generate. For now, I don't have a value for what I'm doing, but this is something you could put in there. And conversion cap here too. You could enter the number of times that people can opt in. I'm going to leave that blank for now as well. So I'm going to save my campaign. So my campaign is paused. We're not going to put it on a creative yet because we have to create a special creative. Here's where you enter the run of network in your targets. So simply target, I'm going to do run of network, and that is it. I'm going to change my run of network to proxy. I like to always have proxy with 50onRed. Run of network, and that is it for that. So just like any other campaign, we want to throw our pixels on our capture page. So make sure this is saved. Okay, we're going to grab our pixel code. Now, I know for mine, using the Elite Marketing Pro capture page system, I use an image pixel for standard sites. ClickFunnels or lead pages, you could use a JavaScript. If you've got a, use their JavaScript one, or if you use an image pixel, if you have a secure site, like one that says HTTPS, you would use this SSL sites. But I don't have a secure one in that way with Elite Marketing Pro, so I grab my standard site image pixel, so I highlight it, Control C to copy it, and I go over to my capture page builder. And I head into this one. I want to throw that onto my thank you page. So I know with Elite Marketing Pro, I head over here to my CSS tracking and my thank you page. And there I throw in my pixel from 50onRed. All right. So 50onRed is set up that far. Now what's left is putting in our creative. So now we have to create that. So back to, this is our capture page. This is our address. I'm going to Control C, copy that, and I'm going to go into TrackingDesk. Now we need to create in TrackingDesk a campaign, and they make it pretty simple. Head over to their campaign wizard on the right hand side, and we're going to start a new campaign here. So they talk a little bit. Head over to Publisher. Publisher is who you are advertising with, and we are doing 50onRed, and we're doing a pop campaign. They have all the other choices here as well. They got 7 Search, Bing, these are the ones I'm aware of, Lead Impact, I use that, Traffic Vance, so they've got all those available, Zero Park. So I'm using 50onRed pop, that's fine. And this is just for your own information. I'm doing United States. And category here, this is for your own information. So you can choose one of their predefined categories. This one actually I've put in there, MMO, just for make money offer. So that is it for there. Step 3, Advertiser. Here is where you would enter who you're driving traffic for. So a lot of these are your CPA networks, such as ClickBank, Max Bounty, NAM Offers, ClickBooth, CJ, all of these are in there. They've got quite a few. PeerFly, those are the ones simply that I'm aware of or that I use. Elite Marketing Pro is not in there, that's fine. I can simply create my own name for them here. It's handy if you're using one of their predefined advertisers, but it doesn't matter. Now this you put in whatever you're using for. If you're driving an offer for Pepsi or Aveeno or whatever, you could put that in there. I'm simply doing for Elite Marketing Pro. I'm going to enter EMP. My creative name, I'm going to do EMP RON example. Now here's my URL that I want for my capture page. So I did copy that. I'm going to throw that in there. Head over to my conversion. So here you can choose, what are we aiming for with our conversion? For a view, for a click, install, a sale. I know for this one I'm going to simply say a lead. I want to get some leads. And again, you don't have to enter a price. I like to enter $1. And summary. So my campaign name again was EMP RON example. There. So they give us a bunch of code here. Here is our campaign URL. Here is our pixel URL. So these are important. What we need to do, and what might be easiest, is I'm going to copy and paste this pixel URL. For TrackingDesk to know that a conversion has happened, you have to put their pixel as well on your capture page, and that's the pixel URL. So I'm going to Control C that, and we'll, just to be safe, I put this in my notepad. Right there it is. And then I head over to my capture page again. On my thank you page, I'm going to leave a little bit of space below my pixel from 50onRed, and I'm going to drop in my TrackingDesk pixel and hit save. Again, this works for ClickFunnels, lead pages, whatever you're using. Now here, is our campaign URL. This is what we want to throw into 50onRed for our creative. So again, I'm going to Control C. I highlighted that. Control C to copy. I'm going to as well put this in my notepad. And I'm going to head over to 50onRed. Here's my campaign, my creative. I'm going to add my creative, throw it in here. There it is. And my name. Doesn't matter. And I'm going to add it. These are their terms and conditions. Mine is fine, so yes, I agree. So what we'll see it did not show up. Why is that? Okay. Add creative. Yes, I agree. Okay, I'm not sure why it's not showing up here. Oh, sorry. Because I had here as well for only paused campaigns. So let's see, enabled, there it is, okay. So one of these, my apologies, one of these I'm just gonna archive, get rid of it. So there it is. So here you can see, I'm gonna close this and watch when we hit their out browser, click that, and it pops up my capture page. And you see the little tracking desk part at the top at the beginning. So there it is. So now they've got to approve that capture page. We have our capture page all with our pixels all set and saved, so they're all good. We have our campaign ready to go. When you're ready here and your creative is approved, you can unpause your campaign and it's ready to go. There is our run of network. You could enter negative targets here, which is useful. Now it shows I've got 6 global ones. What I've done in the past, negative targets would include something like YouTube or Google, Facebook, MSN, Yahoo, all those that get a ton of traffic but aren't quite right. You want more specific. You could target those, that's fine too. Maybe not, well, I guess it depends on what you're offering. Something like Google, I mean, talk about going through your traffic fast, but shoot, if you can use pop-up over Google and it converts, then wow, you've hit the jackpot, I guess. Okay. And back to TrackingDesk. So that is all set up there. I will show you, once we leave this screen, these pixel URLs and the campaign URL, they're a little bit difficult to find, and I'll quickly show you how to get to that. So go to the campaign. We have a few things to finish off here in TrackingDesk. Shows us our publisher, our name. Let's put in the correct time zone so that everything jives and makes sense. I'm on the West Coast. A lot of this you don't really need to fill out. Here again is our campaign URL, which we've added. We can see that it's the same as before. I'm going to Control C, copy that. I go to my notepad. I'm going to add it in here just to compare because it is the same. Yeah, it's identical. You can see these two are identical. Okay. And there, the way it shows your campaign is an asset. So my EMP campaign there is an asset, they call it. So it's essentially ready to go. That's a campaign for you. I've got one that I created before, but this is where it shows up, my EMP RON example. Now, if you forget where your pixels are, what you would do is go into your TrackingDesk, your advertisers, and you would click one. So this one, November 26, I created that one today here, and you would hit edit. And here's showing my example one, and I would go select it, I would hit edit, and there is my pixels, my non-secure pixel and my secure image tracking pixel. So that's that. So it's set up to go now in TrackingDesk, and how it will look after it runs through a run of network with 50onRed. if I go to my analytics, I'll just show you an example. So this was previously this week, earlier this week. I ran some. And let's pick one where I know that I had some conversions. Apply. I had a couple conversions there. So it shows up. This was my dollars spent. It figures that out from 50onRed. My revenue one meant I had one conversion. Oh, down here it shows. My visits that day, yeah, I think it was whatever, $7 I ran that day, I had one conversion. The next day I ran, it was $5 and one conversion, which I wasn't terribly happy about, so I actually paused those campaigns. And at the bottom it shows my number of visits, 2 conversions, my 2 leads. Again, I said $1 per lead, and gives you your cost and your profit. But the key here is you want to see which websites, which URLs gave you those leads. And so that is in your selections for columns here. So publishers, let's choose our target and hit apply. And here is all the websites where it showed up. So let's see, where did I get my leads? I just click on leads. There are my 2 leads, and it shows here. 1 lead came from this website, 1 lead came from that website. So that's interesting. So you could, I've gone to those websites, and for my campaigns, they don't quite make sense, but nevertheless, I got leads on those websites. The other thing interesting is you can see who got the most traffic, which website. So again, click on visits. And here, see, this is one example. YouTube had 220. I think my first day I was allowing YouTube to be popped up over. And so the second day I put that in as my negative target in 50onRed. You would just do a negative target here in 50onRed as YouTube. Because it got so many views, no leads, and I didn't want that. I know there's some others. Here's a Google, MSN, and there's a few more that you could see. If you're getting a whole bunch of impressions on those websites and they're not giving you any leads, you can do them as set them up as a negative target within 50onRed. And so yeah, so once your campaign is run, your run of network campaign in 50onRed, then it takes a little while to populate the statistics in TrackingDesk, but it gives you all these, and it's really interesting, something to play with. You might find a few URLs that you weren't aware of before that give you conversions, and then you can really maximize and optimize those. But that is how you set up a run of network campaign using 50onRed and TrafficVance. Feel free to comment, share if you find this is useful. If there's anyone else that is running PPV traffic as well, you can share it with them, and subscribe to our PPV Boss channel for more upcoming videos. Thanks.